Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and you're about to listen to a hypnosis session all about confident public speaking. And I think a lot of people have had the experience of either feeling anxious, nervous, panicky. Maybe they've had a bad experience in the past where, they did a presentation and they couldn't find the right words and they felt that they were being judged. And that's a very normal thing because humans don't like to be judged by other people. There is this feeling that we might sabotage certain things, and it's a very rational reaction. And the client that I was working with had a couple of events from their past where suddenly they felt their heart racing, they felt their vocal cords all kind of close up, and because of that they couldn't get the right words out, and they managed to kind of get their way through it, but they really felt that they were being judged. And it becomes circular at that point, because if you feel that you're being judged not on your best, then it increases the stakes the next time you do something similar. And some people will go out of their way to avoid these kind of speaking opportunities or presentations and things like that. But this client felt very, very relaxed creatively as an artist, that even if they had an audience, they could quite happily be in front of a canvas and draw, sketch, or paint something. So we use this as a resource state, and we get them thinking about those situations either from the past or the future that they have this idea that they would be anxious. And imagine what it would be like if the resourceful version of them, that artist version of them, was calm, confident, and they imagine actually painting or drawing what that would look like. We animate that and then they step into that. And for hypnotherapists listening to this, they will get that what we're doing here is anchoring a resource state and then using stage disassociation to either rewire an old pattern or future pace a new one. It's just done in a creative way because the client itself felt very comfortable with the idea of creating something visual, so we can use these kind of visual metaphors and modalities, and simultaneously, because they felt so resourceful as an artist, we're activating the resourceful neural network and then wiring that across to what in the past had been an anxious state. And for most people, anxiety is not a resourceful state, it's an unresourceful state, unless it's specific occasions, and rarely is that speaking in public. So there's a bit going on here, but I would encourage you, if you are anxious as a presenter, and I'm saying this as someone that even now I get a bit nervous speaking in front of audiences. I speak at lots of conferences. It's a rational thing, but it's something that the more you do it and the more resourceful you feel doing it, the easier it gets. So it's certainly something that can change. And that used to be one of my phobias. I used to be terrified if 3 or 4 people were watching me speak. I would get shallow breath, my heart would race, and I'd get these little red rashes on my chest. And I don't feel that way anymore. So I would encourage you, if you can resonate or connect with any of these, then you should get some value from this. But it might be that the client I was working with was an artist and you're not, in which case it might be that you would benefit from something a bit more bespoke and tailored to you. And if that's the case, have a look in the description, because there will be a link where you can book a free 30-minute consultation call with me to explore working with me. And in the same way that this session was incredibly tailored to the client that happened to be an artist and was anxious speaking, it might be that you have a different resource state and we can activate that so that you feel confident. And whether that's presenting or something else, we can find a way to make you feel resourceful in that situation that currently you're not feeling resourceful. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you're not going to be disturbed or interrupted. Relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a wonderful sense of release, as if any tension, stress, and worries are starting to leave your body in your outward breath. Breathing in that relaxation and exhaling any tension. But as you exhale, continue and elongate the exhale until there's nothing left in your lungs. So on the next inward breath, you awaken your diaphragm and the breath is even deeper than before. As you come to a wonderful conclusion that the deeper you breathe, the more resourceful you feel. And that is true now, and that is true whenever you need it to be true. And what's also true is that you can immediately dial anxiety down by having a very long outward breath. Not a shallow breath, that doesn't work, but one of those long outward breaths. The kind of breath that if you had a candle several meters away that you had to blow out in just a single breath, that would be a long, intense outward breath. And if you had one breath to do it, you wouldn't take any chances. Every bit of oxygen or carbon dioxide in your lungs would be exhaled, which would guarantee that the next inward breath would be a deep, diaphragmatic breath. That's it. And I want you to scan your body for any clues of tension, maybe in your forehead, your eyes, around your jaw, your neck, or your shoulders. And as you breathe in that deep feeling of relaxation, give permission to let go of that tension. So much so that each breath takes you deeper than the last, taking you to a wonderful place of ever increasing relaxation. And not because relaxation is needed for hypnosis. It's just that relaxation feels so good. And when you let go of any unnecessary tension, you get to awaken useful resources. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the deeper you breathe. And as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. And I wonder if you could imagine a place where you like to paint, to make art, maybe a sketch, maybe a painting. Think of the materials you like. Maybe a paintbrush, a pencil or a crayon. And I want you to come to the conclusion that any anxiety, if it did exist within you, would have a color. And I want you to think of what that color might be. Maybe something dark. But also that resourcefulness would also have a color. So as you imagine there in front of that canvas, that sketch pad, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in resourcefulness and exhaling any anxiety, almost like a transfusion of emotions, enabling you to feel more resourceful on the inward breath and release anxiety on the outward breath. And I want you to connect with that feeling that you feel when you really feel in that state of flow, when you're being creative, notice how relaxed your muscles feel, how slow and steady your breathing is. I want you to connect with that feeling. And then I want you to imagine drawing either something from the past or something possible in the future. But I want you to draw a version of you relaxed and capable in that moment. I want you to see that your posture is open and relaxed. Your facial expression is filled with confidence, a cool, calm demeanor. I want you to create whatever scene is either a reflection of the past or a possibility in the future. But this time, see a version of you relishing that moment, enjoying that moment, wanting that moment. I want you to draw or sketch or paint a version of you that reminds you of the artist within. Relaxed, aligned, capable, and confident. And then, when you finish the still picture, I want you to use the power of your imagination to animate that picture. You can even add sounds. You're turning it into an animated movie of things going exactly the way they would if you were in that calm, relaxed, resourceful, confident state. And if it was something from the past, then you are simply rewiring your mind so that anything similar will activate that resourceful version of you. And if what you're drawing and animating is something in the future, then we can call this priming, a post-hypnotic suggestion that when it comes to that moment, it will be that calm, relaxed, confident version of you that is the person articulating or presenting in that moment. Because you've primed that version to be the one that does that thing. And maybe you're seeing yourself on that canvas in front of a big audience, or maybe with very senior people. But something's changed now. Now, the bigger the audience, the bigger the smile on that version of you. And the more senior people watching, the more calm and confident that facial expression of yours is. The very things that used to contribute to anxiety are now contributing to feelings of capability and resourcefulness. That's it. And once you're absolutely convinced that that version of you on the canvas is more than capable in that very situation that you've created, let me know by nodding your head. So just rewind the animation before it even starts. And then imagine stepping into your picture, that you are now that version of you that wants to present, wants to talk, wants to share what's been going on. And I want you to feel that desire to want it. And notice, the moment you want it, you can never be caught off guard. You can never be ambushed. You can never be challenged because you want it. Consider this a preemptive strike, because the more you want it, the less you can be caught off guard. And the more you want it, the more resourceful you feel. And the more resourceful you feel, the more you trust all of your knowledge, experience, and wisdom to say whatever needs to be said. In fact, there's not much that you need to do. You don't think too hard about driving to work because you trust that you already have the neural pathways to just drive. And what if this is just speaking? You already have the neural pathways to do it. So the less you think about it, the easier it becomes. And I want you to imagine feeling from that first person perspective. Whatever that situation that you drew or sketched or painted, imagine now feeling how good it would feel to be calm, capable, confident, and resourceful, doing that thing and feeling that way. Your breathing is slow and steady. Your muscles are nice and relaxed. Anyone senior there just makes it more interesting for you. If there's more people, makes it more fun. I want you to get a sense that the very thing that used to faze you now stimulates you. Because unconsciously the evaluation is, I can handle this. I've got this. I want you to feel that your words are like colours. Your topics are like different objects you might sketch. The room itself is a canvas. And this whole thing is fun for you. Not something you have to do, it's something you get to do, something you want to do, something you enjoy. And I want you to imagine finishing that presentation, that talk, whatever that thing was, and then hearing words of approval, validation, or even just feedback. You articulated that very well. Well done, I enjoyed that. Imagine hearing the words and just reinforcing this idea that this is well within your capabilities. And if any anxiety comes your way, you are simply a long outward breath away from just dialing it down. You are just 3 or 4 evaluations away from reminding yourself how capable you are and how low stakes and insignificant this thing is. And the more you believe that to be true, the truer it becomes. And I want you to feel that you are planting a seed of an idea. Challenge is simply stimulation. And you like stimulation. Confrontation is only confrontation if it's perceived that way. And from this point forward, there is no ambush, no put on the spot. It's simply you are hoping you get a chance to articulate what you want to. Trusting your intuition to give you the right words at the right time in the same way that, isn't it your intuition that helps you turn a thought into something on a canvas? And if your unconscious is now willing to migrate and map across all of those wonderful feelings about making or creating or being artistic, and feeling that you are now an artist of the word, that using your voice is a form of art, and in doing so, you are now activating all of those resources whenever you need to present, talk, or articulate, no matter what the circumstance is. And if your unconscious is willing to help you make that migration, that shift? Let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And don't be surprised if over the next few days and weeks, you notice subtle changes. Thoughts that weren't there before. Oh, I hope they pick me. I'm going to volunteer for this. There might be other thoughts as well. You might even find yourself volunteering for things that in the past you tried to avoid. And don't be surprised if you start feeling more creative, more capable, more confident, knowing that the more you do something and the more you activate those feelings, the more likely those feelings come the next time you need them. It's time to leave this imaginary painting and find yourself back staring into the canvas. But see a portrait now of you immediately after presenting well. See a look of pride, accomplishment, confidence. And that is a thought you're left with. And now imagine drifting back from that place all the way back into the here and now. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.